wonderful presentation. So we'll be doing a presentation together with my colleague Victor from KETRACO, and we'll go through, because of time, very quickly a few slides, and then immediately move over into the live demo. So KETRACO will be literally going into our system and showcasing it from there, from the system directly. So just as I begin, I just want to introduce who KETRACO is. KETRACO is a 100% state-owned corporation whose mandate is to plan, design, construct, operate, and maintain high voltage electricity transmission line infrastructure. Over and above that, our vision is to be a world-class electricity company and to be the leading interconnector in Africa. So I just want to point out that the future is important for us here at KETRACO, and we know in the future we'll be an agency that is at the center of power trade. For example, we are looking at a future where a consumer like Bamburi wants to buy power from Ethiopia, and he will use our grid to do that. And we also carry fiber optic, OPGW fiber optic in our transmission line infrastructure. And chances are, if you have enjoyed 4G network in the remote areas of Kenya, it's probably a high chance that your voice and data was carried by our OPGW lines. So KETRACO is also an ISO certified company. We are all well on our way to being ISO 9001 also. About location intelligence, this is what we are presenting today. ILIS is integrated location intelligence solution. It's integrated because we are going to be showcasing in a little bit how we've integrated various components and bringing them together. So it's a centralized web-enabled enterprise system for wayleave management and engineering construction. Wayleave management and engineering construction is at the heart or at the core of what KETRACO does, because we acquire a lot of wayleaves in the part of constructing transmission lines that cut across various lands and parcels in the country. So the background of this project is that ILS rides on location intelligence. And location intelligence is an emerging global business technology. And we are able to encompass diverse business processes in KETRACO that are able to range from the various departments in the organization. So the system users, they range from technical services all the way from surveyors to land economists to environmentalists, down to legal team, to finance, all the way to strategy and corporate planning. So we are incorporating a whole diverse business process into one solution. So the solution or the system is hosted in our own infrastructure, and it includes 3 or 4 main parts: the centralized database, which is the database, the application portal, which we shall also be showing, BI reports that we're able to get now reports and derive them from that, and mobile applications for field to office workflows. So this is the key technologies that build up our system. We have Esri, where we are using ArcGIS Enterprise Server. This is at the heart of our technology. We are integrating this with SAP HANA, which is our ERP system that we have on premise. And we are also using Microsoft SharePoint that we are using to do all the workflows and integrate everything together. And we've also now, because of mobile devices, are using Trimble devices to bring it all together. So these are the main technologies that KETRACO is using. So what were some of the challenges that we were facing prior to building this technology or bringing this all together? So the first one was we had an issue of poor data management and data handling. This was obviously clear for the fact that data was not centralized. Data was in people was not in any way in the proper way. For example, you would require somebody to move around with flash disk and so forth to get a map, to get some data sets for a particular line or for a particular project. So this was one of the key pain areas that we were facing at the time. The second area is lack of data integrity. Following that, our data was definitely not in the right format or in the right format. And I want to build that up with the lack of data standardization, in the sense that we had various people using different platforms or different applications or different ways to manipulate their GIS data. And we had a big issue here because the data was not standard. If somebody is using another product or another platform to submit or manipulate their data, it is different from what we have. So we wanted to standardize that and bring it up to one standard way. And finally, all this definitely, there was delayed decision support that was coming now to management so that they are able to make real-time decisions as and when So the focus areas of the project were wayleave management operations. I've just noted that it was wayleave operations, engineering, construction, and monitoring, engineering, planning, and design. So we have aspects of legal, that is the legal department areas to deal with litigation. We have our corporate communications also coming in. We have areas of record keeping that are the key focus areas. Then there are so many other areas that that are covered with our portal, but I'm just delving into the areas. In fact, with this slide, I now bring in one or two use cases, and one of them is wayleave acquisition and audit. So KETRACO officers are able to collect, verify, analyze, register, and audit all the processes undertaken in the wayleave acquisition process. These are really very many, and we hope in the demo we'll be able to show how some of these processes are going to be mapped into the system. And we have involved about 8 key departments in this whole wayleave acquisition process. Another key example, and I had mentioned earlier, is that we have OPGW in our lines. Therefore, we are in the business of commercializing dark and light fiber optic. So we have the business development team who use the as-built data and use the GIS technology for purposes of engaging with telcos and other telco companies for leasing our infrastructure. Those are examples of 2 use cases. So I just wanted to show you a picture of our dashboard. This is what we shall be going right into the demo with. It's called Integrated Location Intelligence System, and we shall be moving over to just show some of the areas that we have managed to develop. This is just a photo of some of our officers in the field collecting and verifying the data. Like we said, data collection and data verification are very, very key important parts of what we do and what we are able to do. Because there are 3 main components that are affected during wayleave acquisition. That is land data, structures data, and crops data. As we traverse and as we take on the wayleave, we either definitely affect the land, we definitely sometimes affect the structures that you've built and the crops. And this varies from project affected person to project affected person. So all this data is collected, and we have different people. Like for example, if the data is collected by the surveyors and the land economists, it is then later verified by finance as an example. And this is what we'll be able to showcase. So some of the benefits we've been able to accrue from this solution is that we've had a whole process of harmonization and data management that was not there before. Very key is that we've had centralized reporting and business automation that is now from a single dashboard, from a single source of truth. And we've had improved collaboration within the entire organization across divisions and departments, avoiding people working in silos and so forth. Finally, we've had increased accountability, transparency, and process checks, because the whole process of land is very emotive and it is prone to various processes and manipulation. So with the system, we are able to have increased accountability and process checks throughout. So as I hand over to my colleague, I just want to conclude that the enterprise solution is now provides a common operating platform, a single source of truth for KETRACO when it comes to well-lived management, engineering construction, and engineering construction. So with the integration to SAP, these processes have now been greatly boosted in process automation, data integrity, and we now have informed decision support into our system. I want to hand over to my colleague, Victor. Victor, please take us through a short demo on how KETRACO has been able to use this system. Over to you, Victor.
As Victor showcases the demo, I'd like to also recognize that KETRACO won an award, David. I believe you should have mentioned that so that we celebrate you as a utilities group.
Yes, thank you, Biko. That is absolutely true. We've actually won 2 awards with this project, with the ILIS, and these awards are specifically the CIO Award 2018 and CI Award 2019. And we've done so many things, we've trained so many users, and this is a process that we're very excited about. Thank you, Biko, for that.
Great, Victor, go ahead. We'll give you 8 minutes.
Fair enough. Thank you, David. Thank you, Biko. My name is Victor Wahome. I'm the development lead for this solution. I'm also the owner and founder of Eiga Consult. We are a technology firm based in Nairobi, and we are the consultants for KETRACO. So you can see more about us there. But for now, I want to walk you through the enterprise portal. As you can see, it's fully customized with a single sign-on. And the process of users accessing the portal is also automated. So there are no administrative overheads for the team. For now, I'll just sign in with the account, the SA account, since we are not staff. And as you can see, this is the landing page, which David was showing you before. Again, fully customized, not your typical custom off-the-shelf portal. We've done a lot of customizations in terms of applications, the design, just to suit the branding of the overall solution based on KETRACO's needs. As it loads, sorry, it's taking a bit of time. My internet is not that fast. You'll see we have key dashboards here for transmission, well-lived, and even distribution, because their mandate is transmission, electricity transmission, but they also have to look at the bigger picture. So they also get information from other key players within the industry, like KPLC, and they plan based on that. So we